Halo, selamat datang teman-teman sekalian. Selamat datang Bapak Ibu, kawan-kawan, rekan-rekan sekalian. Selamat berjumpa di kegiatan kita, yaitu kita akan bincang-bincang hari ini tentang bagaimana sih sebenarnya untuk etika berkomunikasi khususnya kepada turis internasional ya teman-teman. Jadi di sini ada sekarang namanya Mas Leandro Benacerrón. Beliau ini salah satu turis nih yang sudah tinggal di Indonesia, juga berkuliah di UGM, sudah mungkin lebih dari 2 tahun ya. Dan kita akan menanyakan nih tentang tema yang akan kita bicarakan lebih lanjut. Oke, kita tanya dulu nih orangnya. Oke, selamat malam Mas Leandro.
Selamat malam semuanya.
Selamat malam.
Apa kabar?
Baik. Kami baik sekali. Aduh, Mas Leandro gimana kabarnya?
Oke, pertama-tama saya minta maaf untuk pakai berbahasa Inggris karena berbahasa Indonesia aku tidak lancar. Agar itu mohon maaf sebelumnya. So, aku dari Colombia. Already here in Indonesia 1 year and a half, more or less.
Oke, jadi Mas Leandro ya, namanya Mas Leandro ya?
Ya.
Oke, jadi Mas Leandro ini sudah 2 tahun di Indonesia katanya teman-teman. Maaf katanya Mas Leandro nggak bisa bahasa Indonesia total karena masih belajar banyak gitu ya. Oke, jadi ini Mas Leandro bakal kita tanya-tanya nih seputar dengan culture dari sosial internasional, mungkin gitu ya. Baik Mas Leandro, mungkin akan saya tanya nih, kalau bisa Mas Leandro gunakan mic-nya ya, biar kita bisa dengar nanti. Mungkin didekatkan, maybe make the mic. Oke. So, we have one question, kita bakal punya satu pertanyaan awal, yaitu tentang Mas Leandro nih selama di Indonesia, ini kan tahu nih social culture orang Indonesia. Nah, menurut Mas Leandro, pertanyaan saya yang pertama, bagaimana perasaan Mas Leandro ketika menghadapi ethic of social culture and social engagement of Indonesian people when they always like greet you and smile to you in the middle of the road in kind of random way. Maybe it's really hard to find in other countries, and also basically that. How do you feel about that? Jadi gimana Mas Leandro selama ini rasakan, apakah itu nyaman atau tidaknya ketika orang Indonesia ini selalu menyapa, selalu senyum, dan selalu ya setidaknya melakukan suatu tanggapan lah ketika bertemu dengan orang walaupun tidak dikenal gitu di jalan. How was it? Bagaimana Mas Leandro?
Actually, really curious question because I'm aware that in many countries this is very odd or strange that you cannot greet to people that you don't know on the street. But the interesting thing about it is that the place where I come from is almost similar. So because I don't live in big city but a small town. So when you are traveling, normally if you get people on your way, you also greet them. For example, you say, "Good day, how are you?" and so on. So it's very similar to here, and I was glad to hear that. Maybe the only problem is that people used to use Japanese. So it's very different because I'm practice Indonesian. So when they greet me, I reply, but in Indonesian, so it's like a little barrier, but it's okay. It's really nice.
Oke, thank you Mas Leandro. Jadi gini teman-teman, katanya Mas Leandro itu kurang lebih kalau misalkan dapat sapaan, juga dapat intinya salam lah dari orang-orang. Kan biasanya kita di tempat umum nih, kita biasanya orang Indonesia itu sangat sopan, kita senyum ke mereka, kita sapa mereka. Kalau Mas Leandro selama sampai saat ini itu sangat nyaman dengan hal itu, karena kebetulan juga Mas Leandro itu tinggal di satu kota yang mungkin kecil juga ya, yang dimana asalnya itu Mas Leandro itu juga sama culture-nya seperti itu, tapi tidak di semua tempat Mas Leandro rasakan seperti itu, tapi sampai saat ini Mas Leandro sangat nyaman tentang itu. Okay, Leandro, thank you very much, and I can feel about that too. I mean, the other country doesn't have that kind of cultures, but maybe have an exception for the small town, I think, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the first question. Okay, that's the first question. And the second question, we really want to talk about the privacy stuff. Like I feel as an Indonesian because I sometimes have communicate with you and other people came from another country, or if I say international people not came from Indonesia. So if we ask them about the private stuff, for example, like we ask, we just meet people, we just meet person when we buy something, and they just chit chat with us, and they suddenly ask about how old are you, where do you live, and how is it live in Indonesia, and who is your parents? Sometimes I feel it is kind of bad things a little bit if we talk to like strangers, if it's international. But to Indonesia maybe it's fine because on chit chat like we don't have that kind of serial killer activity in Indonesia. Jadi gimana Mas Leandro rasakan jika kita membicarakan nih pertanyaan kedua tentang masalah privasi. Jadi kalau orang Indonesia biasanya chit chat ke orang-orang itu kan biasanya walaupun ketemu langsung ketika kita belanja nih ketemu orang, halo Mas, namanya siapa? Oh sering belanja kesini ya, iya. Umurnya berapa? Tinggalnya di mana? Orang tuanya siapa? Itu kan hal yang biasa untuk kita. Jadi kita tidak ada tensi di sana. Tapi untuk sepertinya boleh berbeda. Kalau menurut Mas Leandro, how do you feel about it? Is it comfortable for you or is it not? Or how you feel? Bagaimana perasaan Mas Leandro ketika menghadapi itu?
Well, that's relative. I think in my case, I see no problem because I understand a bit about that even prior to coming here. But certainly the privacy concepts or the privacy point of view of life is really different from the Eastern countries compared to the Western countries. We in the Western countries try to keep our privacy as much as we can. Mainly because two reasons. In my country, for example, maybe this can be a really bad example, but I will mention it. My country is a matter of security. We have a lot of issues with security, starting for violence, starting for robbery, trickery, etc., etc. And I think the second one is just the need of privacy. Western countries likes to, like have a little barrier regarding the things we share with others. But I think this is like the major trend in all the countries. But in my country, especially in Colombia, is more a matter of privacy related to security. But it's nothing bad. For me, it's okay. I can share all my information. So yes, I'm aware that maybe another international student would feel really uncomfortable, especially, for example, when Indonesian people ask about job or about age. Western women don't like that being asked about age. They feel like an offense. So that's like a taboo. And for example, men, grown men, if they say, no, I work in this. So maybe the next question would be, how much do you earn? So that's a privacy question, and you cannot ask that because they will feel uncomfortable. In my case, I think I don't see problem. I am really relaxed, but it's like that. It's like a different point of views.
Oke, thank you very much Mas Le. Jadi teman-teman gini ya, jadi singkatnya yang Kak Leandro bilang, jadi intinya untuk privacy mungkin bisa dikatakan sesuatu yang berbeda untuk takarannya setiap negara dan setiap culture, setiap budaya. Nah, untuk di bangsa barat tersendiri mungkin berbeda dengan bangsa timur, khususnya Indonesia. Kalau di bangsa barat tersendiri itu untuk privacy itu sesuatu yang benar-benar mungkin perlu dijaga, sama seperti negaranya Mas Leandro. Jadi di Kolombia, right?
Ya.
Jadi di Kolombia itu sesuatu yang dipertimbangkan terlebih dahulu teman-teman jika memberikan privasi informasi ke halayak umum, khususnya orang-orang yang baru dikenal, khususnya mungkin masalah keselamatan. Jadi itu mungkin yang dipertimbangkan kalau di negara asalnya Mas Leandro. Tapi kalau untuk aslinya sih sepertinya aman-aman saja. Untuk Mas Leandro sampai saat ini di Indonesia mungkin dia tidak merasakan mungkin terlalu kikuk atau terlalu tidak enak ketika orang menanyakan hal itu, tapi mungkin dia menyarankan sih kepada beberapa situasi, misalkan pada perempuan, khususnya perempuan dari negara di luar Indonesia, itu sepertinya masih tabu, khususnya menanyakan hal-hal berkaitan dengan privasi, khususnya umur dan berapa jumlah uang yang dihasilkan dalam pekerjaan atau pekerjaannya apa, right? Jadi kita sebagai warga negara Indonesia mungkin ketika bertemu dengan turis itu harus hati-hati di sana. Mungkin boleh menanyakan hal-hal privasi jika itu berkaitan dengan menambah rasa sosial satu sama lain, tapi jangan terlalu masalah ke uang ataupun ke pekerjaan ataupun ke umur, itu seperti masih tabu khususnya untuk yang lawan jenis gitu. Thank you very much Mas Leandro. We already answered the second question. I feel about that too. I mean, I was meeting one of the person which is came from India, and he told me that, oh, how's people in this place? Like my friend in this place don't know yet about the place, and she asked about her old, and one of the people local here just got the answer, like, why do you wanna ask my years, how old I am? Do you wanna marry me or what? Dia jadi mengatakan hal itu, Mas Leandro, kayak, kenapa kamu menanyakan umur saya? Apakah kamu menikah dengan saya? Maybe it's something that offends her. I don't even know. But yeah, it's a real thing in here. Okay, we got the third question, and this is like maybe some sort of like question that is really I will really know based on your experience. So basically we talk about, maybe that's the major thing that I feel and I know that we should talk about it, and people maybe not know that well if they're not having an international culture engagement a lot. Jadi aku ingin tanya nih ke Mas Leandro, sebelumnya mungkin dua hal itu sudah jelas ya, dan itu merupakan sangat penting mungkin karena untuk orang-orang yang tidak pernah sering dalam engagement atau komunikasi langsung dengan masyarakat internasional. Mungkin satu pertanyaan akhir Mas Leandro, aku ingin menanyakan terkait dengan intinya bahasa tubuh apa, also like everything about body language, atau juga bahasa dari mulut biasa or verbal language that you find uncomfortable in here and you find comfortable in here. So dari dua bahasa tubuh ataupun bahasa biasa, bahasa verbal, apakah yang Mas Leandro temukan itu nyaman dan tidak nyaman sampai saat ini?
Yeah, that's really hard question. Really hard because I think until now I haven't detected any body language that I consider to be bad or to be uneducated for me. Maybe for other foreign people could be, but in my case, bad example I haven't met yet. Related to good example, to good body language, I think one of the best one is when you greet people on the street. We already talked. The inclination of your body and wishing the best to the other people. That's really nice from Indonesian people. It's not really common in the Western countries, just we mentioned before. But until now, I haven't met, being truly sincere, I haven't met that example. And I think more good example than bad example. So I think that's my answer. I cannot give more detail because truly I haven't met bad example.
Oke. Jadi Mas Leandro ini untuk sesuatu yang tidak dinyamankan khususnya tentang body language atau bahasa tubuh ataupun bahasa verbal tidak ada sih sampai saat ini dari Mas Leandro. Everything is fine, semuanya baik-baik saja gitu ya. But yeah, Leandro, I think I feel about that too. I think for Indonesia people, to body language and to verbal language to international people that come to Indonesia, I think it's totally fine, except two other questions that we talked before, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's quite reverse when it comes to Indonesia when face international culture. For example, I feel when people even use the left hand, we as a person maybe feel like bad about it, and feel like, is this person unconsciously do that or what? Or when people touch hat, I think when Indonesian people got some other people from another country and just petting the hat unconsciously and doesn't mean anything because the person don't know everything about Indonesian culture. But yeah, that's something that maybe reverse. Jadi teman-teman, menurut saya betul sih kata Mas Leandro. Jadi menurut orang yang datang ke Indonesia tidak semuanya merasakan hal-hal yang tidak nyaman, melainkan mungkin kitanya sendiri yang kadang-kadang merasakan tidak nyaman. Contohnya ketika kita dipegang kepalanya sama orang turis, padahal itu mungkin maksudnya tidak ada apa-apa ya, tidak mungkin maksudnya tidak sopan atau bagaimana, ataupun menggunakan tangan kiri ketika makan ataupun ketika memberikan uang misalnya. Is it true? Like, is it happen not to the international people, but it's more to the local people that feel, whoa, is it?
Well, I think it is correct. Respect with the Western countries. We don't have preference regarding the hands. For example, we can use one or the other. We can do anything with one and with the other. It's based on your preference. But here, I have found out that that's like a contrast. You necessarily, if you want to be educated and polite with your speaker, you have to use right hand. So it's true that will be a problem for us, the foreign, meeting people here in Indonesia. So it's like reverse, as you mentioned before, it's totally correct.
Iya, betul tuh katanya Mas Anton, betul banget, setuju kalau untuk culture barat itu tidak ada terlalu membedakan tangan kanan, tangan kiri untuk makan, tangan kiri untuk mungkin mohon maaf untuk mandi gitu ya. Kalau mereka kan bebas-bebas aja, tapi mungkin kita aja kadang-kadang kayak, kok kita dikasih pakai tangan kiri, ini tidak sopan. Sebenarnya mereka tidak ada maksud seperti itu, karena mereka culture-nya saja tidak ada seperti itu, tidak ada budaya seperti itu. Okay, Leandro, thank you very much about that. And yeah, I think it's all about the third question. And I think it's all the major question that I really want to ask to you, that I want to really know about the insight about the people not came from Indonesia. Jadi saya ingin bertanya 3 hal itu sih untuk lebih jelasnya Mas Leandro, Kak Leandro, untuk lebih ingin tahu insight ataupun tambahan informasi dari masyarakat internasional. Tapi mungkin terakhir sih, I want to ask last one about what the suggestion, the best suggestion you give to Indonesia hospitality to make it more better, or something that you want to give opinion about it. Everything is fine. It can build us to be a better, like, hospitable person or hospitable family, for example. So what is it? Jadi kami ingin menanyakan mungkin pertanyaan terakhir ya. Ada saran nggak atau ada sugesti tambahan nggak dari Mas Leandro khususnya untuk kita orang lokal, supaya ketika kita menyambut tamu, misalkan kita suatu daerah yang ada daerah yang cukup turistik ya, apakah saran dan tambahan dari Mas Leandro untuk kita orang lokal?
Well, I think in my feelings, the only thing that maybe Western, I think even in our own country happen, when we visit a tourist place and we find the place like they organized, like maybe not necessarily talking about dirt or garbage, but talking about the order of how the place is located, if there are seats or if there is a place for covering from the sun, how organized the restaurants. The titles, the directions, these kind of things I think are really important for Western tourists, because they tend to be like systematically organized. If you check the photos of touristic places in Europe, you will see that they tend to be neat. The people likes also rustic, but the rustic doesn't mean they're organized. So you can use a rustic environment to adorn or to organize your place or the touristic place, but everything has an order. If something is organized, the garbage is one place, another place, the chairs are one place, another place, they will feel uncomfortable. Sometimes I feel that, but I don't give too much importance because I am really relaxed. I know that relaxed tourist people, they don't care about anything, so they just like, oh, this is cool, this is new for me. But for more sophisticated tourists, I would say they really care about that. If they don't have, for example, the spoons or the things for eating, they would get mad. They would say, no, I'm not used to eat with my hands. I need the spoon, the garpu, these kind of things. So if everything is organized, even, okay, they have to adapt to the local culture, but if the local culture can offer more comfortability for them, it's better for the tourist interaction. I think that's my opinion.
Oke, terima kasih. Terima kasih banget nih Mas Leandro udah ngasih kita insight ya. Jadi ini satu mungkin insight yang paling bagus nih Bapak Ibu, kawan-kawan, rekan-rekan sekalian untuk menambahkan kualitas dari suatu tempat yang turistik, mungkin khususnya di Bawean ya. Jadi untuk turis sendiri, mungkin khususnya di daerah barat, mungkin di Eropa ya, itu beberapa tempat itu khususnya yang turistik itu teratur. Jadi misalkan ibu-ibu, bapak-bapak tuh mau jalan-jalan ke sana, ibu-ibu tahu nih dari orang lokal ataupun dari lokal guideline, dari informasi dari orang sana lah, intinya kita mau jalan tempat A, B, C, D, E, jadi teratur gitu ya. Mungkin untuk beberapa orang yang sifatnya teratur itu sangat nyaman, khususnya untuk beberapa warga internasional, tapi untuk orang yang seperti Mas Leandro sangat relax, sebenarnya itu tidak hal yang sangat berat atau hal yang sangat cukup mengganggu, tapi mungkin untuk beberapa orang lebih baik seperti itu. Jadi mungkin untuk membangun lokasi atau tempat wisata yang lebih bagus, kita tahu informasi di mana tempat pariwisatanya yang di sini paling dekat, ke sana harus menggunakan apa secara sistematis. Jadi itu sih satu saran dari Mas Leandro untuk meningkatkan kualitas pariwisata di suatu tempat harus secara sistematis. Well, Mas Leandro, Kak Leandro, it's all very insightful. I mean, I feel personally I know the answer. I mean, I know it is something important, but a lot of time we don't have time to even think about that. So yeah, thank you very much for the answer. Jadi bisa dikatakan saya merasa bahwa itu sesuatu yang mungkin sudah di kepala, sudah terpikirkan. Cuma terkadang kita tidak sempat untuk memikirkan hal seperti itu. Jadi kita mengucapkan terima kasih banyak Mas Leandro. Sepertinya untuk semua pertanyaan, semua kesan dan pesan itu sudah sangat cukup, dan kami mengucapkan terima kasih sudah mampir di acara kami untuk kali ini, gitu ya Leandro ya. And do you have another thing to share, like your contact, if they want to contact you or your email, can we share that?
Yes, I think there is no problem. My my real problem will be answered on time. Sometimes I am a little distracted, but don't feel bad if I don't reply, for example, my email related to this stories research. But I will try to do my best. And my info is open. Even you can find in the universities.
Oke, thank you very much. Itu ya, jadi kalau mau kontak Mas Leandro lebih lanjut terkait dengan apapun, oh ya Mas Leandro ini, we want to know more, maybe a little bit about what do you study in here, and we want to know about that. And maybe people that have like something cooperative thing with you, they can do that.
Wow, that will be really cool, actually. It will be. Here I study teknik geologi di UGM. Sekarang aku selesaikan semua mata kuliah. So aku akan memulai thesis, skripsi. At the moment, my thesis is related to geomechanics of unconventional reservoirs. Maybe might sound a little complex or technical, but to sum up, it's about how the rocks behave under certain conditions in this reservoir that now are called shale gas, for example, or shale reservoirs. So that's my idea of thesis. I'm just starting. I hope everything will be okay, and that's all.
Oke, thank you. Jadi Mas Leandro ini mahasiswa Fakultas Teknik Geologi. Ini kalau Bapak Ibu sekalian atau teman-teman mau kontak-kontak nih, undang-undang beliau untuk kegiatan apa gitu ya, untuk project, silakan hubungi beliau. We will share the comment, we will share your contact in the comment section, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, that's all, Mas Leandro. Thank you very much for attending our very very nice dialogue and very very nice talking.
I'm really happy to be here. And please excuse me for not using Indonesian, but if I use Indonesian, I think this interview would last like double the time or 3 kali karena aku harus berpikir untuk bahas. So sorry for that, but I hope everything is okay with that.
Oke, jadi Mas Leandro ini meminta maaf sekali lagi. Terima kasih sudah diundang, terima kasih sudah istilahnya di acara ini untuk berbincang-bincang kita bersama-sama walaupun Bapak Ibu mungkin secara offline ya karena ini sudah live sebelumnya, ini sudah berlangsung dulu. Tapi beliau ingin berterima kasih dan maaf kalau tidak bisa bahasa Indonesia dengan lancar, masih belajar. Kalau enggak nanti bakal lama ngomongnya. Okay, thank you very much, Mas Leandro. I think we should say goodbye right now. I hope you everything that you do is going to be great and have a nice holiday or work or study in Indonesia. I hope everything's gonna be great.
Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Sama.